You are back. Mr. Bermas, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Let me, we talked about just the use of the term terrorist, and maybe that there's a little bit of irresponsibility attached to it. And let's talk about Jihad Jane at this point. Is she a terrorist, in your opinion, from what you've read so far?
Absolutely not. These people are connected in no way to a larger organization, so why are they being deemed terrorists? We know that Homeland Security was set up to go after the American people by their own internal documents, such as the MIAC report and the Virginia Fusion Center document. So the real question is, why is the media trying to portray these actions as terrorism?
Okay, the question that pops up when this topic of conversation comes up for me is there has to be some sort of ill effects that are the result of using a term loosely, like terrorist or terrorism. Can you touch upon that a little bit more?
Well, absolutely. When you label somebody a terrorist, they no longer have due process. They no longer have habeas corpus. They can be scooped away as an enemy combatant, put into a detention center, and never see the light of day, never have a trial. So they like to label people terrorists so that their views cannot be heard and their ideas cannot be voiced.
What about maybe the more expanded sociological effect of loosely using the word terrorist and terrorism? What does that do to society? What does that do to the minds of people?
Well, for instance, right now, TalkSport in the UK is running an ad saying that if you close your blinds, use cash, and don't associate with your neighbors, you may be a terrorist. And what they're trying to create is a tattletale society across the globe.
Okay, so for somebody such as Joe Stack or somebody such as quote-unquote Jihad Jane, what sort of, to be more responsible, what sort of terms, in your opinion, should be used to talk about these people?
Somebody who is criminally insane. Anybody who would take the lives of innocent people to try to prove a point is criminally insane. However, there is no larger political objective here. Okay.
Some people would argue that maybe Mr. Stack, who decided to take a plane and fly right into the building right by, I'm assuming, near where you are, might be a terrorist himself. At least the act itself might be more on the terrorist line. Do you have a response to that, especially concerning the case of Joe Stack?
Absolutely. This man is not a terrorist. He is a lone nut who took matters into his own hands. And nobody that I know supports this decision to take the lives of innocents over an IRS bill.
Okay. Jason Bermas, radio host, and you do have a film that you did release earlier. Thank you so much for joining us today, all the way from Austin, Texas.